Back at it here at Shamrock Fighting Championships as we have Derik Scott, the first of the Scott brothers, taking on the very tough kickboxer Isaac Purnell.
Let's bring out our next bout of the evening, Derik Scott.
Making his way to the cage tonight, it is Derik Scott. Now, Derik Scott is a gymnast and an attorney. Believe it or not, he is a practicing lawyer. Derik Scott also holds a Guinness Book of World Records in backflips. The Scott brothers are incredible athletes and incredible gymnasts, as we see all three of them in the corner tonight.
Yeah, and Derik Scott uses his athleticism in his fights fully to his advantage.
Also in the corner, we see Sean Scott, who will come up later tonight for this fight. Derik Scott told me, I'm going to be calm in this fight. I want to finish my techniques this time and use my athleticism to my huge advantage.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Isaac Purnell.
Coming to the cage tonight, it is the heavy kickboxer of Isaac Purnell. He comes to us by way of 21st Century MMA and trains alongside Bellator vets Becky Ruth and Justin Lawrence. As we get ready for our tale of the tape, Derik Scott, 29 years old, 5'9", 155 pounds, out of St. Louis, Missouri. Isaac Purnell, 25 years old, 6 foot tall, 155 pounds, out of Union, Missouri. Isaac Purnell gave up a Division I football scholarship to pursue his career in the world of mixed martial arts.
Both these fighters are exceptional athletes, and I think Purnell has the advantage in the stand-up. I think Derik Scott has the advantage on the ground. So we'll see which fighter can put their game plan to work tonight.
This is another fight that I have been looking forward to all week. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is brought to you by Page Law. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 155.1 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Derik Scott. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighs in at 155.9 pounds. Fighting out of Union, Missouri, Isaac Purnell.
Referee Mark Wassam has the call for this contest. Derik Scott comes into this with a 4-0 record, but this is by far the most athletic and the most technical striker he has ever fought.
Yeah, certainly the toughest test of his career so far.
Both fighters, quick touch of the glove, immediately coming out quick.
Scott kind of rushing in, trying to get that takedown. Excellent movement from Purnell. Scott needs to be careful that Purnell doesn't catch him with a short punch while he's coming in. Beautiful sprawl from Purnell. But again, Purnell's going to want to disengage.
Purnell doing a good job here, though, of maintaining the cage control. Scott looking to work very heavy there, begins to land some knees.
You know, Scott seems to be the physically stronger fighter, so Purnell's going to want to work that distance, try and get a break here and get some distance. Nice short knee from Purnell.
Scott trying to work that takedown.
Purnell needs to be careful not to give his back. He's going to want to whizzer with the left arm, as he does right then perfectly.
Purnell immediately throws him off.
Looks like there's a small clash of the heads there.
Which can always be dangerous by opening up a cut, but not happening here. Scott looking to work for that underhook position.
Halfway through the first round, folks.
Scott has double underhooks.
Big takedown from Purnell.
Beautiful outside trip from Purnell. Let's see if Scott can work anything from his back here.
Scott trying to make his way up the cage, trying to stand up in this position.
Scott's giving his back. Good job of reaching back with the Wizard to face up to Purnell. It's been an excellent back and forth fight so far.
Under 1 minute remaining here in the first round. Definitely the athleticism of these two athletes is impressive. Nice knees there coming from Derik Scott. Scott definitely looking here to control the cage as we are down to 20 seconds remaining here in the first round. Jeremy Johnson along with my partner Kevin Engel live from the sold-out River City Casino in St. Louis, Missouri. 10 seconds remaining here in this round.
You know, both of these very athletic fighters use quite a bit of energy in that first round. Grinding on the fence like that is exhausting work. I'm very curious to see which one is in better shape, has a better gas tank as this fight goes into the later rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, Metro PCS.
Kevin, very, very tough round to call. How do you see it?
You know, very tough round. Could have been a toss. You know, easily could be a 10-10 round. You know, I think Scott might have controlled a little more of the round, but Purnell did get the only takedown of the round. He didn't do a lot of damage with it, but he did get a takedown. I really have it going either way.
As we look here at our instant replay, nice tie-up with position here coming from Derik Scott. Then the takedown as the throw comes from Isaac Purnell. He literally just threw him off.
Yeah, Scott got a little off balance, and Purnell just kind of threw him off and muscled him over. I'm interested to see which corner made better adjustments in between rounds.
Purnell letting some of those hands go.
Big nice left hand from Purnell.
Purnell, a former Golden Gloves boxer, definitely has the hands.
You know, I think that's where Purnell has the biggest advantage. He's shown that in the grappling he's just as good as Derik Scott, but I think at distance Purnell has a little stronger of an advantage.
Purnell is a brown belt in karate and a national level kickboxer. He has been in this world before. Looking for a guillotine.
Fishing for a guillotine. The problem with going for a guillotine here is if he doesn't get it, he gives up an easy takedown usually.
Nice knees there coming from Scott. Scott trying to drop for that position. Purnell doing a good job there fishing for that underhook.
Yeah, Purnell's going to try and raise Scott up. Scott wants to get low to control the legs of Purnell. Purnell either wants to raise him up or push him all the way down to the ground. Purnell needs to get a little separation though. With his back on the fence, Scott is winning the round from this position.
Scott is definitely trying to play that dirty cage wrestling game. Referee Mark Wassam steps him apart, did not see enough action.
Oh, spinning back kick just misses. And a very nice knee after the spinning back kick from Purnell. I'd like to see more of that from Purnell. Less of this cage wrestling and more of those flashy strikes he can throw very well.
Under 1 minute remaining here in round two. Scott begins again to work those knees.
Yeah, good grinding attack from Derik Scott. Scott's putting his weight on Purnell, making him hold all of his weight, landing short knees and short punches wherever he can.
Oh, big knee from Purnell himself. Scott again looking for the takedown. Purnell counters.
Yeah, Purnell did a good job of not letting Scott get his hands clinched together behind his butt to where he could pick him up and throw him on the ground.
10 seconds remaining here in the second round. Scott begins to land some short punches to the body. Oh!
Good round out of both fighters.
Again, very tough round here. I saw that going the way of Derik Scott solely on the cage control.
I agree. You know, that was Scott had Purnell's back against the cage for the majority of that round. When Purnell got space, he took advantage and did some good things. There just wasn't enough of that out of Purnell to give him the round.
If you were in the corner of Derik Scott, what are you telling him here to keep this up?
Keep putting his back on the fence. How you won that second round is how you're going to win the third round and win the fight. Got to put his back on the fence. Any distance is going to be a problem. And if there is distance, like Scott's been doing, keep throwing your rear leg round kick at Purnell's body or at his leg. Even take it up to the head if you can.
Here we go, third and final round. Purnell tries to shake off Scott there, does not want to get put on the cage again.
Yeah, it looks like his corner told him to keep a little distance this round, try and keep the fight at range, where he's got a bigger advantage.
So far, the push of this fight has been Derik Scott being able to keep him on the cage.
Exactly. You know, first round was a close round. I was going to lead towards Purnell just because of the takedown. Second round, I think, was a pretty easy round for Scott because of cage control.
Nice takedown from Purnell.
Right in the side control. Purnell's going to want to maintain this position.
Nice sweep out there, though, from Scott.
Right into a triangle,
oh,
though.
Goodness.
Defended well by Scott. Back into a triangle. Scott needs to posture up. Purnell's got the triangle backwards. Now he's adjusting. He needs to reach up with his right arm and adjust his triangle in order to finish it.
Nice pop out there coming from Scott back into full guard. Halfway through the third and final round of this fight, Jeremy Johnson along with my partner Kevin Engel live from the sold-out River City Casino in St. Louis, Missouri for Shamrock FC 275. We have had some serious action already tonight, Kevin, and this fight has been no exception.
Yeah, great night of fights and a great fight we're watching also.
1 minute remaining here in the third and final round. Purnell pushing here. Again, Derik Scott working great head position here, playing this cage wrestling.
Yeah, with 30 seconds left in the fight, though, I think Purnell's losing this round. He needs to do something substantial to get the victory. Scott smartly is not giving him any space to work.
Under 15 seconds left in the fight. Ten seconds. Here we go. There it is. What a fight. Going the distance. Two very gifted athletes.
Excellent fight and a very close fight. You know, really could go either way on the judges' scorecards.
Kevin, how do you have that one?
I have it 2-1 for Derik Scott, but I could see Scott winning all 3 rounds, and I could also see the judges giving the fight to Purnell 2-1.
I agree. I had Derik Scott taking rounds 2 and 3. We still have more action to come here, ladies and gentlemen, but what a fight. So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Baer to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, going to the judges' scorecards, your winner by split decision out of the red corner, Isaac Purnell.
Isaac Purnell taking the win here on a judge's split decision.
Yeah, you know, split decision, it was a very close fight. Like I said, could have been 2 rounds to 1 either way. I gave it to Scott, you gave it to Scott. Shamrock FC President Jesse Finney gave it to Isaac Purnell 2 rounds to 1.
And there we see how that split decision came about. More action.
You know, that's a perfect example of why you never want to leave it in the hands of the judges. You need to finish the fight.
Definitely. But we have more action to come right here at Shamrock FC 275.